Jesus teaches in the temple. The feast of the booths was at hand, and all the Jews were going to Jerusalem, but Jesus did not get ready to go. The 4 physical brothers of Jesus, James, Joseph, Simon, and Judas, did not believe in him at this time. They taunted him, saying, "Go on up to Judah, where people can see you. For if someone wants to be well known, he doesn't do things in secret like you do. If you can really do miracles, let the world know."
Jesus said, "My time has not yet come, but your time is always ready. The world, the people who do not love God, does not hate you, but it hates me, because I tell about its evil works. Go up to the feast. I will stay here for now." Having said these things, he stayed in Galilee until his brothers had gone to the feast. Then he went up secretly.
The Jews looked for him at the feast and said, "Where is he?" The crowds of people discussed among themselves about who Jesus could be. Some said he was a good man, while others said, "No, he leads the multitude astray." But no one spoke openly about him for fear of the Jewish rulers. In the middle of the feast week, Jesus entered the temple and began to teach. The Jews marveled, saying, "How can he speak so well when he never studied?"
Jesus said, "My teaching is not mine, but is his who sent me. If any man wants to do his will, he will know whether the teaching is of God or if I teach only from myself. He that speaks from himself seeks only his own glory. But he that seeks the glory of God, his speech is true, and no unrighteousness is in him."
"Moses gave you the law, and you do not follow it. So why do you seek to kill me?" The multitude said, "You must be crazy. Who seeks to kill you?"
Jesus said, "I did one work, and you all marveled. You circumcise your child on the Sabbath, so as not to break the law of Moses. So why are you angry with me if I make a man whole on the Sabbath? Judge using righteous judgment. Do not judge only according to appearances."
Some of the men of Jerusalem said, "Isn't this the one they were seeking to kill? Look at him. He speaks in the open, and they say nothing to him. Do the rulers know that he really is the Christ? But the scriptures say that no one is to know where the true Christ comes from, and we know where this man comes from."
Jesus said, "You know me, and you know where I come from. I have not come for myself, but for him who sent me. He is true. You do not know him. I know him, because I am from him. He sent me."
So they tried to capture him, but could not, because it was not the will of God that Jesus should be arrested at this time. But many of the multitude believed on him, saying, "Would the Christ be able to do any more miracles than this man?" The Pharisees heard the multitude saying these things, so the Pharisees and chief priests sent officers to arrest him.
Jesus therefore said, "I am going to be with you for only a little while longer. Then I will go to him who sent me. You will seek me and not find me, and where I am you cannot come."
The Jews said, "What does he mean? Where would he go that we couldn't find him? Will he go to the dispersion, scattered groups of Jews in other countries, and preach to the Gentiles?"
Now on the last and greatest day of the Feast of the Tabernacles, Jesus stood up and said, "If any man thirst, let him come to me and drink. The scriptures say, from within him shall flow rivers of living water." Jesus was speaking about the Holy Spirit, which was to be given to those who believed on him. This had not happened yet, because Jesus was not yet glorified.
Some of the multitude said, "He is truly the prophet." Others said, "This is the Christ." Still others said, "He can't be. He's from Galilee, and the scriptures say that the Christ comes from the seed of David, and from Bethlehem, the city of David." So a great discussion arose because of him, and some of them would have seized him, but no man laid hands on him. When the officers returned to the chief priests and Pharisees, they were asked why they hadn't arrested Jesus, The officers said, "We've never heard any man speak like this, ever." The Pharisees said, "What? Has he led you astray also? The rulers don't believe in him, nor the Pharisees. This unlearned crowd does not know the law." Nicodemus, being one of the rulers, said, "Does our law say to judge a man without first hearing him?" Nicodemus was the one who went to Jesus earlier, in secret. They said, "Are you from Galilee too? Search and see. No prophet is to come out of Galilee." They all went to their own homes, but Jesus went to the Mount of Olives. Early in the morning he returned to the temple, and all the people came around him. He sat down and began to teach.